Hello, this is Mohammad Abdurrahman. Me and my team members are going to discuss a strategic research report which was proposed to UK government about the future of electronic vehicle in the UK market. In our presentation, we are going to discuss the current electronic vehicle market in the UK. The most important factor which we are going to discuss is the impact of Trump presidency on electronic vehicles. Later on, we're going to discuss the current statistic and data analysis of the electronic vehicle in the UK market. Our data analysis comprises of both qualitative and quantitative data analysis. It is basically a combination. There where are the electronic vehicle pros, there are cons as well. So we are going to discuss the key challenges in the electronic vehicle adoption and the future uncertainties and risk assisted to electronic vehicle in United Kingdom. We are also going to give an example of countries who motivate electronic manufacturing, in which we're going to discuss the Norway success stories and the Chinese electronic vehicle manufacturing and their incentive and their government incentive which they are providing to the people of their nation. And later, my one of colleague will discuss the ironic conclusion of all of our this presentation. And in the end, we're going to discuss the references from which we have extracted all of our data and the statistic data and all the links which we have discussed in our assignment. While talking about the overview of electronic vehicle and their role in sustainability of different countries, electronic vehicles are basically those vehicles which convert the electric power to the mode of their transportation. Electronic vehicle with zero emission of carbon are eco-friendly and they support the safer and green environment, which allow us to get rid of many problem like um, global warming and and many other health concern issues. And I think this must be promoted to have a good environment, not only in the UK but all over the world. Why this topic matters? Because we are providing a strategic report to a government, and the government should take those initiative according to that point of view. So this electronic vehicle boost in the market is the matter which I think that the topic matters. In our objective, the project provides policy suggestion to boost electronic vehicle acceptance in the UK by discussing importance update to incentive program, infrastructure and rule. While talking about the current electronic vehicle market in the UK, the statistics are very clear that there has been an increase in the number of electronic vehicle from the previous year 2024, and in the new year it has been increased to 23.7%, which is an increase. And in only 1 year, 17% increase has been shown in the registration of new electronic vehicle in the entire UK market, which is a good sign for the promotion of electronic vehicle. While the infrastructure development, we can see that UK government is promoting different charging station facilities, and it is also providing different batteries companies and the electronic vehicle manufacturer companies to promote electronic vehicle production. While talking about government initiative, government is also providing subsidies to to the companies who are manufacturing the electronic vehicle by cutting off their tax to 2%. They are providing 2% benefit to the companies who are manufacturing the electronic vehicle. And later on, the government is also going to give 2500 British pound to a small van and 5000 pound to a large van owners to promote the electronic vehicle sales and their promotion. Now my colleague Oni Dikachi will continue the next of slide and will discuss the other aspects of electronic vehicle future in the UK market. And
Thank you so
Onedikachi, please.
much. Thank you so much, Mohammed. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Onyedikachi Udimka, and I'm going to take it from where my colleague stopped. I'll be talking about the impact of Trump's presidency administration on electric vehicles. In this case, there are three ways that the Trump's presidency administration has impacted on the production of the electronic vehicles, and the three major impacts are the US to UK trade relations and the electronic vehicle supply chains. You can talk about also the possible policies rollbacks in the US. You can also talk about the global market effects on the electronic vehicle production. But in this case, from this global market effect, we can see that in the UK, car makers would need longer days to reach mass electronic vehicle production because of the slower US market growth. Yes, if we look at this case, it's one of the causes why the Bentley decided to move its entire fleet transition out of 2030 and into 2035. The electronic vehicle adoption process in the UK will come more slowly because of the extended delays during this period. And this research can be seen by an article written by Flower in 2024. We can also look at the UK electronic market statistics. In this case, there are several statistics from the UK electronic vehicle market. If we look at we'll take a look at the graph, and the graph comprises of the the number of electronic vehicle production as against the years. If we look at it, you find out that in 2024, we had a whole lot of a high number of electronic vehicle products sold, and this means that it's actually getting to the required reason why the electronic vehicle is being produced, or just as to reach to the zero emission rate, which the UK also is one of the countries that actually has the policy of zero emission to enable the eco-friendly. And we can also look at the infrastructure expansion that the UK now has about 75,000 public electric vehicle charge points, reflecting to about 32% increase over the past years. This review was also being shown by Derrick in 2025. We can also look at the data analysis of electronic vehicles. And like my colleague said, that this data analysis comprises of the qualitative and the quantitative analysis of this electronic vehicle production. And if we look at the future of the electronic vehicle production and the projection in the UK, you find out that the analysis predicts that the infrastructure improvements and the policy incentives will continue to the driving of electronic vehicle adoptions. This article was written and seen by Martin in 2023. We can also look at the key challenges of the electronic vehicles in the UK. There are three major challenges of this production in the UK. These three major challenges comes in the infrastructure limitations, and you talk about the consumer high hesitancy. You can also talk about the economic barriers. Looking at the graph we have here, you see the graph of the number of cars as against the number of years. You find out that out of the 56% of people in the UK who sees electronic vehicle, electric cars as friendly, as car friendly, they see it as to be so expensive that the new electronic vehicle cars prices stand at about £51,000 on average, while the petrol diesel models cost about 38,301 £301, £310. And this article was also being researched by Sadif and Martin in 2023. I will also be so happy to hand over the slide now to my colleague, George. George, please, can you take it off from here?
Sure, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anandikachi. Hi, myself, Joe Sebastian. I'm going to explain the latest innovations in vehicle technology. and our analysis of that. In this, we could see the best analysis of the UK EV market. I'm gonna go through some categories and key factors. The political In political, the key factors are UK zero emission vehicle mandate global trade implication, and the SEV mandate requires 28% of new car sales to be zero emission by 2025. In economic, the in our analysis, the key factors are EV affordability and infrastructure investments. In social, the key factors are public perception and behavioral shift. In technological, we could see battery advancement and charging solution. Uh, Going to the next slide, we could see the country's motive in EV manufacturing. So the Norway success in EV adoption. So Norway leads to EV adoption because it offers sales exception along developing dependable charging facilities. So the UK could also benefit from Norway experience and build up charging infrastructures and giving EV buyers more money to save electricity. The China aggressive push for EV. The China government provides EV in trade in incentive program that reach up to RM to 20,000. So the UK can also do like China aggressive push. Like they could also give some incentive plans to the customers of UK so that it would be more affordable for the UK people. So overall, in the slide, we could say that UK could learn the Kingdom should take Norway transportation system approach and the China's incentive approach to support the state funding. Going to the next slide, we could this is the analysis of short-term recommendation. The increased subsidies, the government should provide more subsidies to EV buyers through advance funding for both vehicle and charging stations. The expand fast charging networks. Government should boost fast charging infrastructure by expanding their network of ultra rapid charging from particularly the highway and urban areas. Public awareness camps. People should know about the advantages and disadvantages of the EV vehicle. Support public education through joint promotions and method that help overcome customer skepticism as the AS suggests to build better market trust. This strengthen UK-based EV production. Prioritize UK EV manufacturing-based development to lower dependency on foreign countries and achieve UK climate objectives. So we are going to the next slide. It says about the long-term recommendation. It says about stricter emission policies, EV only zones, and battery recycling and second life usage, and strategic partnership. So, EV only zones. The UK could we could go like to make cities cleaner. The government should create exclusive area for electric vehicles with restrictions and the battery recycling and second life usage. The government should spend at least 500 million to build battery recycling plant by 2032. This is our analysis. So the next slide will be taken by Hamza. Thank you.
Thanks, George. My name is Hamza Liaquat, and uh, would explain some future uncertainties and risks. Firstly, I will explain the categories and with its key factor. My first category is political instability, and its key factor is shift in government policies affecting EV electrical vehicle incentives and infrastructure support. The UK has scrapped its plug-in car grant focus on charging infrastructure, and then its technological advancements. Hydrogen fuel cells could potentially challenge electrical vehicles' dominance, though electrical vehicles remains favored due to its existing infrastructure. Market fluctuation, consumer adoption trends influence affordability and charging infrastructures. BEV sales and are projected to increase 21.4% 20 to 25 uh, boosters to 2025, and then at last economic factor, inflation and inflation rising production costs could impact electrical vehicles affordability and demand. The cost of living crisis is significant concern for electrical vehicle adoption. And at last, conclusion, and it's our last slide. Through electrical vehicles will dominate 24% of the new car sales in 2025. The UK market remain under the required 28% market mandate level. The market faces difficulties with the expensive uh, beginning cost plus inadequate charging points and doubtful customer reactions. The market advance government guidelines supporting in industry growth progress. The priority actions make more public charging stations available so the UK reaches its goal of the 3 lakh stations for 2030. The government needs to develop grants that target specific electrical vehicle badges to help consumer deal with the vehicle and cost difference. Running awareness strategies will help people how know people feel real electrical vehicle facts and understand how electrical vehicles benefit them. Call to action. Stepping up these actions today will help Britain reach 2050 and net zero target and electrical vehicle become successful. Thank you. And at the end of the slides, there are some references which provide our data to make a new ideas about electrical vehicles. Thank you so
Uh,
much, guys.
Thank you very much. We have presented our research report. I think in the conclusion we have thoroughly discussed the key point that what are our call to action, which my colleague Hamza has discussed. We have provided a summary of key findings which are very clear and very authentic. So the need arises is this that the UK government should adopt the which my colleague George has initiative that has discussed before, that the UK should implement a structure in which they can get a motives from those countries which are accurately working on the electronic vehicle promotion and electronic vehicle production. Like he has discussed that Norway has successfully implemented, and their 87% of new vehicle in the Norway are electronic vehicle, and there are 2,70,000 public charging stations. So I think that these kind of positive things the UK government should adopt, so that they can easily go for to secure the electronic vehicle future market. And in the end, my colleague which already had discussed the references from which we have taken the all the material, uh, and that's all. thank you for my team. On behalf of my team, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks to our guys.